want to talk about the new Honeywell TR50 IAQ sensor. So this is a wall-mounted IAQ sensor. This happens to be the TR50-5D. Let me show you the specs on that guy. So here's what it looks like. Obviously, here's what it looks like live, but here's the dimensions of it. It's about 3.5 inches long. It's about 4.5 inches high. The 5D means it has temperature, humidity, CO2, parts per million, and VOCs. So 5 things. It currently does BACnet and Modbus. Silk's coming in the future. Let's deep dive into this thing and see what we got going on. Today I have it set up as a BACnet device into my station. So let me pull this guy in as a BACnet device. And I'm going to my AX BACnet device manager, doing a discovery to pull it in. Now the neat thing about the Modbus is all the newer Honeywell controllers like the optimizer line has the Modbus in the controller. So even though the controller talks BACnet or IP or whatever, you're able to pull this device straight into the controller as a Modbus device. And that does not count against you on your Jace counts. All right, so we brought it in, TR50. Let's go to points and discover those guys. And let's bring in a few of these, right? Let's bring in parts per million. We'll bring in VOCs, parts per million, CO2, humidity, temp, and then let's bring in some of our limits. CO2 high limit, I'm going to bring that in as a writable. See if I can find my temp high limit here. Temperature high limit. All right. As you see right now, I got high CO2s. It's red. And I have a high temp. It's 82 degrees. This is actually like a yellowish color. It's hard to tell on the camera. But this is red. Looking at it direct on, not in the camera, you can really tell this is yellow. And that's red. Green will look like that. It's in person, again, it's a lot brighter green. But right out of the box, this IQ sensor will scroll through all 5 of its sensors unless there's an alarm on them. And it looks like as soon as there's an alarm on there, it scrolls to only the ones that are in alarm. So that's a nice feature out of the box. Let's see if we can't get it out of alarm here. So let me put my high limit at 2,500 parts per million. And let me put my high limit at 2,000 parts per million. The high limit has to be obviously above the high limit. And then let me put my temperature at 95. Okay. So in doing that, I took everything out of alarm. So now it's going to start scrolling through everything. That's VOCs. That's temperature. That's humidity. That's CO2. And that is parts per million, particulate. So you know it's good if you leave it right out of the box, install it on the wall, and you walk into the office and all you see is green, you know that this is good. You know, the space is good if you have your limits set right here, your high limits and low limits. They're fully adjustable. The limits are. If you bring them in as writable points, we can do that. Obviously, I can put it back in alarm by lowering my high temperature limit down to 75 degrees. And what that's going to do is it's going to immediately change this to temperature, and it's going to give me that orange ring around it. This guy right here, orange ring around it. So that's nice to see and be able to walk into a space and see that everything's okay or everything's not okay. So as soon as I take it out of alarm, it'll turn green, and then it starts going through all of its settings again. So the BACnet part of it, obviously quick, easy to set up. I'll do another video on the Modbus, bringing it into a Honeywell optimizer controller and see what you can do in there. Obviously same stuff, right? It's the same points, whether it's BACnet or Modbus. You're just bringing in a different language, different way. So stay tuned for the next video, bringing it into the Honeywell optimizer.